Tough to get to. For me, it fulfills. Hey guys, it's Sam, and it's time to fail together. Let's go. Quick disclaimer for this video: mentions of mental health disorders, disordered eating, abuse, bullying, and things of that nature. So if that's not something that makes you feel cozy to watch or listen to, go ahead and click away now. Today is the first book club, and we read Jennette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mom Died. So for me, Jennette McCurdy was always one of my favorite actors growing up. There was something about her that always just felt so relatable. I think it helped that her character on iCarly nearly shared a name with me. Her character on the show, Sam Puckett, had a rowdiness about her that I wish that I had. She was so free-spirited and frank. Not afraid to say what was on her mind, to stand up for herself and her friends, and a love of food that I share till this day. I personally found it a substantial loss when I could no longer watch Jennette act. However, learning more about her situation makes her acting career feel like the biggest loss. While I would have never known who she was if she had never acted, I can safely say I wish I never had. So again, I just finished her new book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, and I am absolutely blown away. I know it's gonna sound cliche to say, but the content of the book is honestly brave considering the contents. Years of abuse, both self-inflicted and externally received, laid out on the page as if it were a casual conversation. The book is clear, serious, lighthearted, easy to understand, with dry and dark humor. A personal favorite for me. It's an easy read, but tough to get through considering the contents. And as an empath, I found it difficult, but necessary. Having earned my bachelor's degree in psychology, there's a lot that I know about mental health. However, there's plenty more that I don't. Jennette's book gave me the opportunity to learn more what it's like to contend with eating disorders. There are many things about this that I didn't know were factors, like how it can affect your teeth, your stamina, your relationships. And of course, I had hints of these ideas, but not to the extent that she described it. I think this book is raw and earnest, so for me it fulfills a craving. I find that in the most current years of our lives, substantial connection can be hard to come by. I have my own major beef with the use and abuse of social media, but it can be beneficial. While there is the opportunity to get connected with others, social media has a way of getting us sucked in and self-focused. Not helpful in an already individualistic culture. This makes me think of Demi Lovato's new song called Substance. Jennette's discussion about how iCarly rapped opened up a whole new can of worms for me. It brought me to the concept of honesty. In the realm of the book, she brought up how even her own team of managers and agents couldn't agree that hush money was hush money. Moreover, to buy the silence of a used and abused teen. From a network whose audience and employees fall largely in this category, I was shocked and appalled. But I personally hate how this shock and appall is becoming easier and easier to ignore. This, of course, is coming off the heels of one of the most chaotic presidencies I think I've ever witnessed or understood. When will the lying end? Logically, we know this will probably never happen. People in high places are much too self-interested and have wallets big enough to cover their rears. Seeing the people in charge do and get away with messy cover-ups only gives the rest of us a reasonable excuse or expectation that we could do the same. It makes me feel as though we could breed a culture that allows us to forgive not taking care of our fellow neighbor, simply because of the difference of beliefs or something else. I wish to see the best in people and give the benefit of the doubt, but some of the interactions I've witnessed truly have made my heart sink. But I digress, and I'm not trying to make this political. It's not what this is all about. Not that I deserved it, and not that she would know that I needed it, but reading Jennette's book gave me a sense of closure. Of course, I didn't feel entitled to her personal life, but losing my ability to consume content that she was a part of left me with a hole. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, and I don't have a lot of friends now. Trust me, this isn't a pity party. The friendships that I've had over my life have been few but deep. However, I can't ignore the fact that I've been bullied and or abused for the majority of my life. Being out of grade school certainly helps tip the scale back the other way. While I didn't know of Jennette's abuse at the time, watching her helped me feel more connected in the world. It made me feel like there was hope for genuine people who would fight for you, to just be there for you. It gave me the opportunity to see difference and individuality accepted. This was something that would be a lot more impactful in my life than I could have predicted. And in the few years that I've mourned the loss of one actress's career, that actor was making strides that I would be honored to read about. In a strange way, I feel like Jennette processing the life and death of her mother allowed me to process through the life and death of her career. I hate how dramatic that sounds, but I don't know how else to word it. All I can say is that media has a profound impact on people. Why else would there be conventions, fan clubs, fan art, fan fiction, trivia nights, and of course, book clubs? So thank you, Jennette, for sharing your story in a real and unfiltered way. Thank you for the work that you did in a role that you didn't believe in. Thank you for giving me something to believe in and for showing me a way. And while you don't know me, I probably mean nothing to you, and you're most likely never gonna see this, the progress that you've made is commendable. I'm honored to have been given the opportunity to peer into your life in such a special way, and I wish nothing but health and strength moving forward in your life. I fully intend on listening to your podcast in the very near future. So those were some of my thoughts that came up in, around, throughout, and after I read this book. And if you happen to read the book, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to expand the discussion. And thanks for watching. See you next time.